Hey, what's up guys? This is Leo with dualsim.us again, and in this video I want to do my full review of this POSH Titan HD Pro 550. So this is a next version of POSH Titan HD that has a 5.5-inch screen. And so I've been using this device for about a week and a half now, and I have a pretty good understanding of what's going on with it. So let me quickly walk you through the phone itself, the hardware. All right, so like I said, it's a 5.5-inch screen. The screen is not super bright, but it's pretty good. So you have a 5 megapixel front camera with a LED flash, and you have a 13 megapixel rear camera with double flash. Okay, so as always, this is a dual SIM phone because that's what we're mainly interested in. And as you can see here, there's a SIM 1 there. For some reason, it's a full SIM card and a micro SIM number 2. So I put my micro SIM in a SIM 1 without an adapter. You can just, position it so the pins align and it works just fine. All right, so you have a micro SD adapter, card here. You can put it in there up to 64 gig. And your battery is 2400 milliamp hours, which is not huge, but it's enough to get you through the day with moderate usage. All right, so on the left side you have your volume rocker, you have your power button on the right side, and on the top you have a microphone jack and a micro USB adapter. It's kind of weird to put the power adapter on the top instead of the bottom as most phones, but it is what it is. So right off the bat, as I mentioned in my unboxing video, what I really like about this phone is a feature that I got used to on LG phones. It's a knock-on screen function. Unfortunately, there is no knock-off, so if you double tap on your desktop when the phone is on, the screen doesn't turn off. But knock-on is pretty good. So this phone comes with Android 4.4.2 KitKat, and you're probably not going to be able to update it because, judging from the history of this budget phone makers, they don't update their software typically. They just issue small updates to fix bugs. The good thing is I was actually able to root it, and I will make a separate video on how to do it. It was a little bit of pain in the ass because there is no support for this phone on XDA developers. It's not a very popular phone, so you don't get much of this. There's no ROMs, so the root was a little weird, but just to show you, click verify root, and there you go. We have root permission, so you can put on Titanium backup or other root apps and have a full functionality of that. All right, so this is a 3G phone. It's not a 4G, although if you look here, it says 4G. This is really HSPA plus. There's no LTE support on this phone, which is unfortunate, but I'll show you a speed test. You get pretty decent speeds. I mean, it's not super. After LTE, it's kind of hard to go back to 3G, but you can still use it, especially if you don't download big stuff. You get 4, 5, 6 megabits down, which is pretty good for 3G. And I mean, this all depends on the location. Now you can get 3G on both AT&T and T-Mobile, as well as other unlocked carriers such as Straight Talk, Simple Net, Net10, and others, those that support GSM. All right, and I'll show you what you can get with this 3G. So let's go to YouTube and let's try to play an HD video. So let's not play music because that's gonna... Okay, let's watch this workout video. Hopefully it's in full HD. And so skip the ad. So quality, okay, 720p. So let's see how 720p works. All right, so yeah, the video downloads faster than you can watch it. So there is no network lags with video. Let's find a full HD video and see how that works out. Okay, for example, this is a popular video. I'm sure it's in full HD. Oh, again, okay, 720p.
In this video, I'm going to show you 10 cell phone life hacks for getting better reception.
Alright, so basically 720p works just fine, and this screen is 720p, so you can get a higher definition on it even if you do watch 1020p video. Alright, and like I said, you can easily watch YouTube videos without lag on this phone. Okay, so something I didn't mention, this is a 720p HD screen. It's not full HD, but you know, I have perfect vision, actually better than perfect, and I don't see any pixelation on it. This is more than enough for me. I have an LG G3 and that phone has a quad HD screen definition, and I really don't need it. I don't know about you, because some people just scream, oh, once you go retina you can't go back. Like 720p screens, I just can't look at them anymore. I don't see any pixelation. So like if we zoom here, like, do you see any pixelation? I don't. And like I said, I have perfect vision. This doesn't bother me at all. Again, the screen is not super bright, but it's very responsive. So, alright. One thing I wanted to mention, the speaker on this phone. It's a little, how do you put it? It gives off this weird, mild vibration when you play it on full. It's not super annoying, but if you love to listen to music on a speakerphone on your phone, the sound is going to be a little distorted. But then again, if you love to listen to music, why would you listen to it on a speakerphone? I mean, it's good enough for basic functionality. Call reception, call quality, everything is good in that department. I've tested it for some time and I haven't had any complaints. Now, second SIM works just fine for phone calls and for text messages. The reception is pretty good. Like I said in my previous video, in an unboxing video, they finally fixed the Wi-Fi on this phone. So now the Wi-Fi is full speed, whereas the previous version of Titan HD Wi-Fi was slower than 3G, which was completely weird and I didn't like it at all. Alright, what else did I want to talk about? Camera. So camera is a big deal for me, and this camera, it's not super great, especially if you use flash. It's kind of washed out, but let's take a look. So I'll take a picture over there and let's look at that picture. So it's not super washed out. You know, you can see some grain, but then again, this is a phone camera, so it's fine in a normal daylight, and if you're in a dark situation, it's not that good. The camera software is pretty good. You have all your main controls right on the screen. So flash, HDR, it's right there. HDR is not super good. Again, the problem is the camera sensor itself. So, but you're gonna get decent pictures if you take them during the day. The night shots are gonna be so washed out. So if you record the video on this phone, you can take pictures while you're recording, which is nice. But you see, as I move it, the picture and the recording, the picture slightly jerks. But then when you watch the video, it shouldn't be bad. All right. You can take pictures while you're recording, which is nice. Okay, you see the video doesn't really jerk as you play it. Now the front camera, it's not that good. So let's take a look. See the flash, and okay. Again, right now it's, you know, daylight, so it looks pretty fine. But again, if you're in the dark spot, the front-facing camera or the rear camera, in the low light they're not gonna take great pictures, but they're decent. Okay, so this is the basic functionality of the phone. Again, you can root it and install any root apps that you want. I'll put a description below how to root it and actually make a separate video. But overall, so my impressions with this phone, I actually really like it. This phone costs only $120, which is pretty good for a 5.5 inch phone that's pretty speedy. You know, it's got an octa-core processor. It doesn't have LTE, which sucks, but the 3G speed is pretty good. Again, I really love the knock-on feature on this phone. So again, POSH includes this clear TPU case with it, and actually when you hold the phone with it in the case, it doesn't slip out of your hand. It sits in your hand pretty nicely. Without it, it's, you know, sometimes it's comfortable, sometimes it's not. But in the case, although it's very smooth, it sits pretty well in your hand. And again, I commend POSH for placing the back button on the right side. Now, if you have a Zenfone 2, the back button is on the left, and most right-handed people, they just cannot possibly reach that back button holding the phone with one hand. It's just an awkward position of it, so it's nice that the back button here is on the right side. Super comfortable. Okay, so once again, this was Leo with dualsim.us, and this is my full review of POSH Titan HD Pro E550. That's a weird long name, but basically it's a POSH Titan HD with a 5.5-inch screen. Once again, this phone is $120 on Amazon. If you're going to buy it, I place a link to the Amazon listing below. Now, this is not my listing, it's just Amazon or other resellers selling it. But if you buy through that link, you support this channel, so I would really appreciate it. If you're going to buy this phone anyway, please use my link. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please like this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel, and we'll be posting more good dual SIM phone reviews. Alright, so next on my list, I'm actually going to get a Huawei P8 Lite. It's a dual SIM 5-inch screen device that actually does LTE. It's a Snapdragon 615, so octa-core with LTE, dual SIM phone, and that's next on my agenda. I'm gonna review that phone next. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to ask you. Now, do you like me to make a longer review video like I did with the Blue Studio 6 LTE? That video is like 25 minutes long or 20 minutes long. Or do you want them to be shorter and right to the point without my thoughts and going off on tangents about the device? Just let me know in the comments. And once again, thank you for watching. See ya.